what's up, y'all? It's your girl Sha. I know it's been a hot minute. I have so much to update y'all on, but that is gonna be for another video. I'm back on YouTube though. I'm back. Today's video though is sponsored by QVR hair, and I'm so excited because your girl has been running mini twists down to the ground, okay? I'm a mini twist girl, all right? I just love the look. You couldn't tell me this is not my hair. Please, this is growing out of my scalp, okay? Are you kidding me? I cannot wait to put y'all on to this hairstyle just because it is human hair, and y'all know that my scalp, I have some issues. So I am so glad that I found the perfect human hair that doesn't require me to like wash it or rinse it with apple cider vinegar beforehand, and it doesn't irritate my skin like synthetic hair does. This hair also lasts longer. I know quite a bit of people who use this hair, this human hair, for their micro lock extensions. Y'all know I used to have micro locks. I don't think they're coming back anytime soon, but this is a good happy medium for me. I need to update you all on that story, and that will be a whole nother life update video, which I know I feel terrible, but life be lifing, okay? So if you want to see how I achieved these mini twists, keep watching. Okay, so I'm gonna separate this video into a few sections just because that's the way my mind works. So the first thing that I did was I made sure to prep my natural hair. Please don't go into a protective style with dry, unmoisturized, and brittle hair. Just don't do it, okay? Don't do it, because the purpose of a protective style, if we're calling them protective styles, is to protect your hair. So what I did was I did like a double cleanse. I used my clarifying shampoo, and I used a conditioning shampoo, and then I deep conditioned with my usual products, and then after the deep conditioning, then I separated my hair into sections and slowly blow dried my hair. Okay, so that is prep for my natural hair. Prep part 2 is now prepping for the style. I personally don't love pre-parting my entire head, especially when the twists are this small. Like, who's doing that? Because it ain't me. It's not me, and it's not even because it takes too much time. It's mainly because it's hard for me to kind of gauge the density of the added hair that I'm using if I just like pre-parted my whole head. So what I like to do is I like to part my hair in bigger sections and then work on each section throughout, so that I know, like, okay, this section maybe I did a little bit too big, now I need to kind of adjust according to that. I won't sit here and say all the parts are the same size. They're not, especially in the middle, because your girl got tired. I got tired, and I just didn't want too much hair on my head anyway, so I liked how small the front is. But like, let's say you get to this part here, you can tell they're slightly bigger. Yeah, they're slightly bigger, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I don't really care, but if you have a particular preference, more power to you if you want to do all of them this small. I can do it. So I pre-parted it in 1, 2, 3, 4 sections at first, but then I ended up cutting this middle section into 2 just because it helped me see the parts a little bit better, and mentally it allowed me to like finish this one part and feel like I was doing something, as opposed to working on this big section and feeling like I was going nowhere. Okay, so that's prep part 2. Then I started braiding. One thing that I would recommend doing with the QVR Afro Kinky bulk hair, it comes in a bag like this. This is partially used, but I'll show y'all a clip of the fresh bag. The hair comes loose, okay? So you have to make sure, it comes in like a square, and it's easier to part. You have to make sure that when you're pulling it apart, you are not wasting hair. Like, you cannot waste hair. If you go like this, and you realize like hair is falling, you better put that joint right back in. Put it right back in, and then See, some fell. Put it right back in, and then you're good. I used about 4.5 packs for this style, but what I did to ensure that I didn't waste hair was 1, using the technique that I just showed you, and 2, pre-sectioning it. If you're just sectioning it every single time you're about to do a twist, 1, you're gonna waste a lot of time. You're gonna waste a lot of time. And 2, you're gonna waste a lot of hair. So I just like to pre-section it. So what I did at the root was I braided the root just from like the tip to about right here. And then I started twisting. There were certain parts where I added hair for additional length based on where it was placed on my head. When I was in the very back, I only used 1 strand, but there were parts in like the middle and like I think the top front section, like up here, because I got 20 inches, but some of the top front section wasn't long enough, and the very front I wanted it layered, so I was okay to do 1 strand of hair, but the top front section I wanted it to be a little bit longer, so I used 2 strands of hair, which I'll show y'all in a clip. I just made sure to feed it in. And the twisting part doesn't take that long, 1, because I love my twisting technique, which seems to be a new technique to almost everyone. So when I was done with the hair, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, whoa, what's going on with these ends? Like, the ends just were not doing what I wanted them to do, and I thought it was just gonna stay frizzy. But after watching a couple of other tutorials, I noticed that people have been dipping it in hot water, and I would highly recommend doing that. Before I dipped it in hot water though, I also saw a video of someone say that they put grease just at the very bottom of the hair, just so that it can kind of like loosen it a little bit or let it flow. So I did that. I put a little bit of grease, which I didn't get on camera because I was doing it at like 4 a.m. y'all, and I was tired. Okay, put a little bit of grease at the bottom, and then I dipped that in hot water just like you would do with any other protective style, and from there it went from this to this, and I loved it. Like, instantly I was like, all right, now we're cooking with gas. Like, this is more my speed. And once I did that, I sprayed a little bit more water just on the top because I couldn't fully dip. I didn't want to dip my real hair in the hot water. So I sprayed a little bit of water on the top. Then I used some mousse to just define the curls, which I do pretty often, maybe like once or twice a week, just to give it a little more bounce. You can wet this every day. You can put mousse every day if you want to, but I don't feel the need to because the curls are still pretty defined. And that's what I love about this human hair. Like, the ends are not that usual like artificial curl. They just seem like my natural hair, the way it curls at the bottom, and that's what I always go for. Like, that's my vibe. So after I used mousse, then I just moisturized my scalp. I don't use like heavy oils or anything because I just feel like, 1, I don't use that on my hair anymore, which I have to update you guys on too, and 2, I just feel like it would weigh it down. Like, I don't need all of that. So I use a moisturizing spray, which I will show you all in another video. Did my edges, wrapped it up, and this was the final look. Like, this was the final look, and I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. So if you're no longer interested in heavy hairstyles, I highly recommend doing mini twists and using human hair. This is the lightest hair that I have ever used. It just feels like mine. Like, there's no extra weight that's added that feels uncomfortable. I can literally put it in a ponytail, a bun. I can just do whatever I want with this hair because it's mine. Like, are you kidding me? I love this hair, okay? I will put all the details in the description box down below for y'all. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm so excited to be back, y'all. I have so much to catch you up on. Love y'all. Bye.